So welcome back. So the next set of questions is on AP and GP. This is 2020 question 3 and it is 3 marks. That's 3BII. 3C is 5 marks. That's your first semester exam. It also came out in 2019 question 2C and it's also 5 marks. So please pay attention to the way we are going to solve it and you will get it very clearly. Now I need to give you some notes. Like for AP, I just want to quickly summarize. See, when you have a sequence and what they are doing there is maybe addition or subtraction, it is an AP. But if they are talking about multiplication or division, it is a GP. And this is the end term of an AP. Please take note of that, especially if you don't know that before. Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1d, or you call it last term. You might be given a last term in a question. You see the same thing as Tn, n equal a plus n minus 1. How do you get the common difference? Common difference is T2 minus T1 or T3 minus T2 and so on like that. Sn is the sum of the first n term or the nth term, like sum of the first n term. Sn is equal to n over 2a plus n minus 1d, or if you want to write the nth term in terms of last term, n over 2a plus l. Please take note of that. So if you are given a question under AP, these are all what you need to use. If you are using anything here, you are done rubbish with confidence. Do you understand? So now for this GP as well, Tn equal a r n minus 1, that is the nth term of a GP. And how do you get common ratio? T2 over T1 or T3 over T2, anyone you want to use. The sum is this, a open bracket r raised to power n minus 1 all over r minus 1 when r is greater than 1, and when r is less than 1, bring 1 to the front and take r raised to power n to the back. 1 minus a open bracket 1 minus r raised to power n all over 1 minus r. Do you understand? And there is something called sum to infinity as well. You might be given sum to infinity. Sum to infinity is a over 1 minus r. So please take note of that because it will also come out in your objective questions. There are some, I will show you when to use calculator to solve some of them. It's not all of them you use calculator to solve, but I will show you how you can use calculator to hasten your work when it is objective. And even for this theory question as well, you might use calculator to confirm your solution whether you are right or wrong right in the examination hall. So let us solve the first question, 3BII. Now they say the sum of 3 consecutive terms of an AP is 6, right? And their product is minus 90. Find the terms. They want you to find those 3 terms. 3 consecutive terms. So that means either it is maybe, let's assume, first term, second term, third term. That's 3 consecutive terms. Or maybe 5th term, 6th term, 7th terms. That is what's it called? That is a consecutive term as well. Do you understand? No. So look at what I'm going to do now. I will say let the 3 consecutive terms be the first term, the second term, and the third term. That's the best one you can use, because if you use this formula now, of course, first term is always A. First term is A, right? So that means that I have A, the second term A plus D, right? You know, it's an AP. They are adding something. So if you don't understand how I got A plus, you just put T2 here. That means N is 2. A plus 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. A plus 1 times D. So that's A plus D. Then T3 will be what? A plus 3 minus 1. A plus 2D. So this is A plus 2D. Right? So they told me the term of 3 consecutive term of an AP is 6. So that means the sum A plus D plus A plus 2D, the answer is 6. That's what they gave you. Add A plus A is 3A plus D plus 2D, 3D equals 6. Divide through by 3. Divide through by 3. A plus D is equal to 2. Equation 1. Do you understand? Or make this the subject of formula directly. D will be equal to 2 minus A, equation 1. Now, I'm now told again, their product is minus 90. So, now, their product is minus 90. That means that A multiplied by A plus D multiplied by A plus 2D, the answer is minus 90. That is the second equation to do. You have to find A and D. So now, what is D? D is 2 minus A. Put it there. So A is, open bracket, A plus D. D is what? 2 minus A, right? This is also a plus 2d, that is 2 open bracket 2 minus a, equal minus 90. So a minus a will give me 0. I'll be left with what? 2a. So I'm left with 2a. Now this is 4 minus 2a. So this is a plus 4 minus 2a equal minus 90, right? So this is 2a, is the open bracket. A minus 2a will give me minus a. So I will have 4 minus a is equal to minus what? 90. That's what I'm going to have. So is equal to minus 90. So bring out minus from here so that you will be left with. If you bring out minus from this pin, you will have minus 2a open bracket a minus 4. You know, if you bring out minus, so what is at the back will come to the front, you will have this. If you don't understand, expand it back, you will get the same thing when you expand this. Do you understand? So it's equal to minus 90. Divide both sides by minus 2. Divide both sides by minus 2. What will you be left with? This one divided by minus 2. This one also divided by minus 2. You will be left with a open bracket a minus 4 is equal to 45. Right? Mere looking at it, like mere looking at it. What times you have a and a minus 4 equal 45? I don't know, but what may I see is 9 times 5. 9 times 5 is 45. So if a is 9, 9 minus 4, 5. 9 times 5, 45. That means a is 9. But if you don't see it, it's no problem. Expand. Like you see it, this is 9 times 5, 45. And if a is 9, that means a is 9. A is 9. 9 minus 4, 5. And it gave me 45. But if you don't see that, expand it and solve the quadratic equation. You can easily this is what you have. You solve the quadratic equation. Don't worry, in the next video I will show you how to solve how to use calculator to solve quadratic equation. If you don't know how to solve quadratic equation, let me tell you one thing you can use here. Once you get to this place, use calculator. Don't worry, because it's theory. You just say solving, you just write this way, solving the above quadratic equation we have, you just write the answer that calculator provides for you. But if you can solve quadratic equation, of course you can see that it can be factorized. This is a minus 9 and this is a plus 5 equals 0. You can see that. So a equal 9 or what? Minus 5. Somebody will be thinking that if I have assumed a to be 9 here, how will I get this minus 5? You see that the term, you know, they say find the terms. You see that it will be the same thing. Now I've gotten a, it remains d. Because that d is equal to what? 2 minus a. When a is 9, d will be equal to 2 minus 9. That is d equal minus 7, right? Or when a is equal to minus 5, d will be equal to what? 2 minus 5, and d will be 7. So now the three terms, so the terms are, so let us use on the basis of when a is 9 and d is minus 7, when a is 9 and d is minus 7, the terms will be what? A, don't forget a plus d and a plus 2d, right? No, that is what we have. What is a? 9. That means the terms is 9. 9a plus d, that's 9 minus 7. That's what? 2. Then a plus 2d, 9 minus 14, right? 9 minus 14 will give me what? Minus 5. So that is the first answer. Now, when a is minus 5 and d is 7, now, when a is minus 5 and d is 7, right? The terms will be, the first one, a is what? Minus 5. Then I have a plus d, that's minus 5 plus 7, that is 2. Then a plus 2d, minus 5 plus 14, that is 9. You can see that they are actually the same. They just wrote it minus 529, minus 529. So whichever one you do is just a what's it called? It's still correct. So that is the answer to that particular question. Number 3C. So please, if this question come out in your exam, you must get it. You must get it. Now 3C. A GP has a common ratio of 2. R equal to. Find the value of n for which the sum of 2n is 32 times the sum of n terms. The sum of 2n, so it's actually 33 times from the question. It's actually 33 times. So now, what does this mean? This means that the sum of 2n is 33 times the sum of n terms. Now, it means that the sum of the n term of a GP. What is the sum of the n term? A open bracket r raised to power n minus 1 over r minus 1. So this is A. R is 2. 2 raised to power n minus 1. Right? Over 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So this is the answer. So they now say S2n2. Like the sum of the first 2n terms. S2n is will also be equal to A r raised to power 2n. Do you see that? Because this is anywhere you see n put 2n minus 1 all over r minus 1. So this is A open bracket. This is 2 raised to power 2n minus 1. So they told me that we should find the value of n. We want to find n such that the sum of 2n term is 33 times the sum of n term. That is, the sum of 2n term S2n is equal to 33 times Sn. What is S2n? S2n, this is the answer. You can see that I'm using the formula under GP. Please take note of that. So I have A 2 raised to power 2n minus 1 is equal to 33 Sn. That is A 2 raised to power n minus 1. So now A cancel away. Divide both side by A cancel away. You will be left with what? 2 raised to power 2n minus 1 is equal to 33 open bracket 2 raised to power n minus 1. So what do you do here? Quadratic equation. Do you see that? So again, you will come to another quadratic equation that you can solve using calculator. But how do I know? This is 2 raised to power n or raised to power 2. When you see something like this, 2 raised to power 2n, when you see something square, another one, there's another one that does not have square. Think of quadratic equation. So this is 2 raised to power n minus 1 is equal to 33 2 raised to power n minus 1. So I'll say let y be equal to 2 raised to power n. Anywhere you see 2 raised to power n, put y. So this is y squared minus 1 equal 33 open bracket y minus 1. So this is y squared minus 1 equal 33y minus 33. So bring everything to the other side. You have y squared minus 33y minus 1 plus 33 will give me plus 32. So you can use your calculator to solve this quadratic equation or solve the quadratic equation. Factorize. When you factorize, this is y minus 32, y minus 1 equal to 0. So what that means, y is 32 or y is 1. So recall that y is 2 raised to power n. Recall that y equal 2 raised to power n. So that means 2 raised to power n equal y. When n is 32, that means 2 raised to power n equal 32. You write when n is 32. So that means 2 raised to power n. 2 raised to power what to give you 32? You can check it. 2 raised to power 5. So that means n is 5. So the next one again, when n is 1, 2 raised to power n equal y. But when y is 1 rather. So this is 2 raised to power n equal 2 raised to power 0. Anything raised to power of 0 is 1. So that means n is 0. So the value they want us to find is n equals 0 or n equal 5. And it's obvious. N equals 0 is very obvious because n is 0. That means Sn is that's S0. S2n is still S0. So they have to be the same thing. Do you understand? Do you understand? So it gives the right answer. And this one as well, when n is 5, you can check it. You see that you will get this one. But in the examination hall, once you get the answer, please go straight to the next question. or you can verify using calculator to confirm whether you are correct or wrong. Now the next one. The next one, 2019 question 2C. So this one now, they say a GP has a common difference of 2, and AP rather has a common difference of 2, and GP has a common ratio of 3. The corresponding terms are added together to produce a new sequence. If the first term, so now they are talking about two things. They are talking about both AP and a GP. Look at what will happen. So for the AP, since I have two sequences, I have AP, I have GP. Now for AP, let the A be A1 so that I will be able to differentiate it from GP. Let the first term, that's A, because let me call it A1. And common difference is what? The common difference is 2. D is 2, right? So that means what will be the first term? The first term of this AP is A1. I've told you before now. Because look at what I will need though. Look at what I will need. They say if the first term of the sequence is 8, I need the first term. And its third term is 52. I need the first term and third term. So first term is A. Third term, that's still 3. Don't forget A plus N minus 1D. So that's A plus 2D. So A is A1. I told you, call it A1. Why am I calling it A1? So that I will differentiate it from the first term of the GP. Do you understand? I will call the first term of the GP A2. So A1 plus 2 times 2, 4. So that's the third term. So leave that one. Now for the GP now. Now let the first term of the GP be equal to A2, because it did not tell us whether the first term are the same or not. So don't assume they are the same. Put it as though they are different. So they say, and it has a common ratio of 3. Common ratio of 3, right? So again, I need the first term of the GP, T1 equal A2, that's the first term. Then the third term, don't forget this one is AR N minus 1. So 3 minus 1 is 2. That's this thing I rub off the first time. So this one is, so A is A2, R is 3 squared. That's 3 squared. 3 squared is 9, so that means this is 9 A2. Look at what's now happened. They say that what? The corresponding terms, that is A1, A1, A2, A2, A3, A3. That's the meaning of corresponding terms. The corresponding terms are added together to produce a new sequence. So they added the corresponding terms to produce a new sequence. So that means they added the first term here and the first term here to produce a new sequence. And the new sequence, and I say if the first term of this new sequence is 8, so it means that the first term of the AP, that is A1, plus the first term of the GP, that's A2. They added it together, the answer is 8, equation 1. Now, they now say again, the third term is 52. So that means the third term of the AP, that is A1 plus 4, plus this third term of the GP, that is 9A2, is what? 52. Is equal to 52. That's equation 2. So this is a simultaneous equation. So again, in the next video I'm going to do, I'll teach you how to solve simultaneous equation on calculator, so that you can just use it to get the answer. So if you don't know how to solve simultaneous equation and you have that one, you just say using elimination method, or by solving this simultaneous equation we get, just write the answer. Do you understand? So now bring this forward to the other side so that you have A1. I'm still talking about equation 2 now. A1 plus 9 A2 is equal to 52 minus 4. 52 minus 4 will give me what? 48. It's still equation 2. So bring it together and let's solve the simultaneous equation. So now, let us solve the simultaneous equation. So the equation 1 is A1 plus A2 is 8. Equation 2 is A1 plus 9A2. If you don't know how to solve the simultaneous equation, please pay attention and listen now. It's equal to 48. So equation 1, equation 2. Equation 2 minus equation 1, just eliminate because they have the same coefficient. A1 minus A1, subtract. Equation 2 minus equation 1. A1 minus A1 will give me 0. So 9A2 minus A2, that's 8. 8A2. 48 minus 8, 40. Divide both sides by 8. A2 is 5. So I've gotten 5. So from equation 1, you know, don't forget I have A1 plus A2 is equal to 8. So A1 is equal to 8 minus A2. And what is A2? I've gotten A2 to be 5. So that means A1 is 3. So I've gotten A1 to be 3 and A2 to be 5. I'm done. In fact, I'm done with the question. They say I should find the AP. The first question. So what is the AP? What is the first term of the AP? A1. 3. Isn't it? The second term is what? A plus D. You know, T2 is A plus D. And we know D already. That is 2. 3 plus 2, 5. So A3 is what? 5 plus 2, 7. Do you understand what I'm doing? That is the AP. You know, you'll just be adding the common difference. So the first term is 3. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 2, 7. In fact, I can even write the next term. 7 plus 2, 9, 11. That is the AP. I'm done. The second one, they say I have to find the GP. The GP as well, you can see. What is the first term of the GP? That's A2. A2 is 5. 8, no, don't forget, this one is AR. They are multiplying it. So the second term will be 8 times R. That is 5 times 3, 15. The third term, 15 times 3, or you do 5 times 3 square. 15 times 3 is 45. 45. If I want to get the next term, 45 times 3, that's 90 plus 45. That is 135. So 135, and it goes on like that. That's the GP. I'm done. And you can confirm, you can check whether you are correct. Add the two first terms together. 3 plus 5. You see, the first term is 8. You know, the two things they added it together. And the third term, 7 plus 45. 7 plus 45 will give me 52. And the third term is summing up to 52. So the next one, I have to find the new sequence. The new sequence is generated. The third one, new sequence. The new sequence is just be adding 3 plus 5, 8. 5 plus 15, 20. This one, 52. 11 plus, I think the next one is 9. 9 plus this one, 144. And it goes on like that. That is the new sequence. Do you understand? Let me write the question. Let me write the next question on the board. We are going to continue in Jebredi there. Man, me ẹ ṣé go. Let's continue. So now, solve for x, y, z in the following set of linear equations using Cramer's rule and test the consistency of the method, and hence solve this like this is the required equation. Now, don't write this one in terms of matrix, the coefficient. So this one, when you write this in terms of the matrix, coefficient is 1, 2, minus 3. Coefficient of x is 1, of y is 2, of z is minus 3. So 1, 2, minus 3. That's how you write it. 2 minus 1 minus 1. 2 minus 1 minus 1. Then 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Then you have x, y, z is equal to 3, 11, minus 5. So now, they say that you test for consistency of the method. It means that the determinant of this coefficient must not be 0. That's the meaning of consistency. If it's equal to 0, then that means it's not consistent. Do you understand? So to test for the consistency of the method. So that means find the determinant of this one, and we call it this one delta naught. So determinant of 1, 2, minus 3, 2, minus 1, minus 1, 3, 2, 1. I will also show you how to solve matrices on calculator. You can solve this whole thing on calculator straight, and you get your answer. You can use it to confirm your answer when you are done. And then you can even solve determinant on calculator, and then do some basic things on calculator on matrices. I will show you in the next video. Now, determinant here, I'm not wasting time. 1, you know, this is plus, minus, plus, then you will, so for this one you will take out this, it will remain -1. Okay, let me just do it once so that you will see how to do it. -1, -1, 2, 1, right? Plus the next one, you know, I said plus minus plus. You come to the next one, -2. So I have -2. This one means that take away the middle and take away the row and the column of this -2. So you'll be left with 2, -1, 3, 1. That's what you are going to have. Then lastly, plus times minus is minus, so you have -3. So you have -3. So you remove this third row and this third row, you'll be left with 2, -1, 3, 2. That's what you are going to have. So now delta naught will now be equal to, this is 1. You will now do AD minus BC, like this one times this one minus this one times 1. -1 times 1, -1, minus 2 times -1, that's -2. So minus times minus will give me plus 1. No, this is not +1, this is -2, this plus -2, that's -2. 2 times 1, 2. This times this, +3. Now, then I have -3, 2 times 2, 4, plus 3. So this is -1 plus 2 is 1, 1 times 1, 1. 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 times 2, that's -10. 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 times 3, 21, -21. So 1 minus 10 is -9, -9 minus 21 is -30. So since it is not equal to 0, since this one is not, which is not equal to 0, then the linear equation is consistent. Now, don't forget, I will now look for delta 1, delta 2, and delta 3. That's Cramer's rule. So delta naught is the determinant of this one. So delta 1 is take away all the coefficient of x. Take away all the coefficient of x. That's 1, 2, 3. Look at it though. Determinant. Take away 1, 2, 3. Coefficient of x. Replace with 3, 11 minus 5. 3, 11 minus 5. So replace the remaining things there. 2 minus 1, 2 minus 3 minus 1, 1. So you'll find the determinant here. So the way I have done for this one, that's how you find the determinant here, but I will not show explicit working. This one will be, don't forget, plus minus plus. So this is 3, open bracket, this times this, that is -1 plus 2. Then minus 2, you have this 11 times 1, 11. Then this times this, -5. Yeah, it give me +5, but don't forget our minus. Then this one again, -3. I have 22 minus 5. So -2, this one plus this one is 1, 3. 11 minus 6 minus 5, 6. 6 times 2, 12. Then 22 minus 5, 17. 17 times 5 times 3. 17 times 3 will give me what? 17 times 3, 1. That's serious. 3, 21, 51. So 3 minus 12 is -9. -9 minus 51. That's -60. That's delta 1. Don't worry, you see what we are doing, delta 1, delta 2. You find delta 2 and delta 3 too. Delta 2 will be equal to, you remove the middle. You know, I've removed the coefficient of x first. Remove coefficient of y, remove the middle, and replace it with this. So this one will become 1, 2, 3 will be there this time around, but the middle will be removed. You put this one, the answer 3, 11 minus 5, then -3 minus 1, 1. So this will be equal to 1, 11 times 1, 11 minus 5. Then this is plus minus plus. -3, open bracket, 2 plus 3, right? then minus 3, 2 times 5 minus 10, then minus 33. So what I'm just doing, what I've done here is just purely determinant. I've just looked for the determinant. So that's what I have done. So 11 minus 5 is 6. So this is 6. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 times minus 3, minus 15, right? This is minus 43. Minus 43 times 3, minus 129. This is minus 43 times 3, that's minus 1, 2, plus. Minus times minus will give me plus. So now 6 minus 15 will give me minus 9. Minus 9 plus 120, the answer is plus 129, the answer will be 120. So now the next thing I'm going to do, I don't want to rub up the question. Well, let me rub up the question. So I will have I will need D3 now. D3 means remove the third one and replace. So this is 1, 2, 3, 2 minus 1, 2. Then replace with this. This is 3, 11 minus 5. So plus minus plus. This is 1. This is 5 minus 22. Right? Then minus 2 is here. Let me write it below. Minus 2 is here. So this is minus 10, right? Minus 33. Then plus 3. This is 4 plus what? Plus 3. So D3 will now be equal to 5 minus 22 is minus 17. Minus 17 times 1, minus 17. This is minus 43. Minus 43 times 2, that is minus 86. Plus 86 now. Plus 86. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 3 is 21. So what will happen is that the final answer to D3 will now be equal to 17 minus 17 plus 21 is 4. Plus 86, that is 90. So all these things you can use calculator to solve it. Do you understand? But don't forget, this is theory. You have to show solution and you have to show working. Do you understand? So now I'm done. It's just for me to get x, y, and z. So now x to get s. So the reason why I've done D1, D2, D3 is to get s. S is equal to D1, this first one, over D0. You will be, so to get y will be D2 over D0. D3 is z will be D3 over D0. So D1 is what? I got minus 60 all over D0. D0 is minus 30. So minus 60 divided by minus 30, 2. The answer is 2. So the next one, y, D2 over D0. D2 is 120. 120 divided by minus 30. The answer is minus 4. Then z, since that's what they want me to get, D3 over D0. D3 is what? 90 divided by minus 30. That is minus 3. The answer is minus 3. So that means s is 2, y is minus 4, z is minus 3. You can when you get this one, you can confirm using your calculator, which I'm going to show you how to solve on the next, or in the next video I will show you, I will give to you. Now without wasting time, let's solve for 2018 question. So now for this 2018 question 1, this is from question 1, this is 2018. They say given that a is this, b is this, c is this, show that 2ab plus c is equal to this. In reality, if a 2a times b, that is 2, no, remove this 2, a times b, ab, a times c, ac, but they give you this, they say we should show it. So you have to show that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. Evaluate what is at the left hand side and evaluate what is at the right hand side and show that they are the same. So now look at it. I'll say from the left hand side. From the left hand side. First do b plus c. You will add component wise. B is what? Minus 1. So I want to do this one in the bracket first. B plus c. minus 1, 5. Please, this is how you have to do it if you don't want to lose points, if you don't want to miss any mark here. Minus 1, 3, 4 plus C. C is 3, 4 minus 1, 2. So add component wise. Minus 1 plus 3. That's 2. 5 plus 4, 9. 3 minus 1, 2. 4 plus 2, 6. That is what you have. So you now have 2a. That means just this is a. Multiply everything inside by 2. That is 2, 4, 4, 10. So 2a, b plus c. This one too you can use calculator to solve it. I can show you. So what is the answer to 2a? You have done 2a. 2a is 2, 4, 4, 10. Multiply by b plus c. B plus c you've done. This is 2, 9, 2, 6. So you will multiply. And how do you multiply? Row against column. This is row. This one times this one like this. That's how you multiply. So that means 2 times 2, 4 plus 4 times 2. You see, don't do 4 times 2 here. This is the second one. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. You will come to this second place. 2 times 9. You can see. Once I'm still on the first row, first column. If I want to go to the next one, I will come to this one. For the up one, I will use this one. Now see, 2 times 9, 18. Plus 4 times 6, 2 times 9, 18. Plus 4 times 6, 24. If you don't understand this, what I have done, after I'm done solving, you play it again and check and watch. You will get it. So now, this one for the down one now. I'm done with the up one. So for the down one, 4 times 2, 8. Plus 10 times 2, 20. 4 times 9, 36 plus 60. 4 plus 8 is 12. 18 plus 24 is 42. So 42. This one is 28. This one is what? 96. That is what. So this is the answer I got at the left hand side. Now let us solve for the right hand side. So for the right hand side, don't forget, for right hand side, look at what we are going to do. We have to do AB and AC. A is what? 1, 2, 2, 5. B is what? Minus 1, 5, 3, 4. So this one will be equal to, now you will have this. Multiply this way. 1 times minus 1, minus 1. 2 times 3, 6. You see the way I'm adding it now? Very fast. 1 times 5, 5. 2 times 4, 8. Then I'm done with that one. I will come to the denominator. 2 times minus 1, minus 2 plus 15. 2 times 5, 10. Plus 5 times 4, 20. So this is equal to, this is 5. 13. This is also 13. This is 30. So I've done AB. So I do AC now. I do AC. AC is also 1, 2, 2, 5. Multiply by C is what? 3, 4. Minus 1, 2. I'll multiply as well. The same way. Come row against column. This one will come this way. 1 times 3, 3. 2 times minus 1, minus 2. 1 times 4, 4. 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 5. 2 times 3, 6. 5 times minus 1, minus 5. 2 times 4, 8. 5 times 2, 10. So now, 3 minus 2, 1. 8. 6 minus 1. 6 minus 5, 1. 8 plus this one is 18. So you can say I will now do AB plus AC. Or let me just AB plus AC. So that means I'll use 2 to multiply it. I will add these two things together. Add it together. I don't want to waste time. Just add it. AB is what? 5 plus, add component wise. 5 plus 1, 6. Right? 13 plus 8, 21. 13 plus 1, 14. 30 plus 48. This one will be 48. So now let's multiply it. This one will give me what? 12, 42, 28, 96. So you can see that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side and they are the same. So I just round up since they asked me to show. Therefore, left hand side equal right hand side. And you can just conclude 2a open bracket b plus c is equal to 2ab plus ac. That's all. So now for this one, expand 1 minus 6s raised to power 1 over 2 up to s raised to power 3. There is one expression I'm going to give you that will be very useful for you. 1 plus z raised to power n. When you see something like this, the expansion of this, please, you need to know this thing. You need to be able to write it out often. This is 1 plus nz plus n minus 1 over 2 factorial z squared plus n minus 1 n minus 2 over 3 factorial z cubed. Since they want me to stop at s raised to power 3, that's why I stop at z raised to power 3. I can still write n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3 over 4 factorial z4 and on like that. So in this case, if you compare with this one now, 1 minus 6x raised to power 1 over 2, it means that z is minus 1 over 6 and n is 1 over 2. So that means that 1 minus 6s raised to power 1 over 2 will be equal to 1 plus n. So anywhere you see n, or let me put it this way, put z to be minus 6x and n is 1 over 2. That's what you should do. So now this one will become 1 minus 6s raised to power 1 over 2. Anywhere you see z, put minus 6. Anywhere you see n, put 1 over 2 because that is the power. So this is 1 plus 1 over 2 z, that is minus 6x plus 1 over 2. 1 over 2 minus 1 is minus 1 over 2 over 2 factorial. 2 factorial is 2, z squared. Z is minus 6x all squared plus 1 over 2 open bracket minus 1 over 2, because 1 over 2 minus 1 is minus 1 over 2. 1 over 2 minus 2 is minus 3 over 2 all over 6. 3 factorial is 6, z cubed, that's minus 6s raised to power 3, and it goes on like that. So that means that 1 minus 6s raised to power 1 over 2 is equal to 1, 2 here 1, 2 here 3, that's minus 3s. This one is minus 1 over 4. The numerator is minus 1 over 4 divided by 2. Use your calculator, you will get minus 1 over 8. Now, minus 6x all square will give me 36x squared. Then, now this one will give me minus 3 over 8 here, because 1 times minus 1, minus 1, minus 5, minus plus, that's 3. 3 over 8. 3 over 8 divided by 6. If you press your calculator and do 3 over 8 divided by 6, you will get, actually you will get 1 over 16. So now, minus 6s raised to power 3 will give me minus 216s raised to power 3. So that's what you have then, and it goes on like that. So to round off this question, and this question is a 2020 question 4C, and that's 4 marks. This is 4 marks. So this is 1 minus 3s. Now 4 can go. That is 9. That is minus 9 over 2. 4 in 36, 9. 4 in this one. 2. That's 8. Then I have s squared. Now this one will remain 27 over 2 s cubed, and it goes on like that. So that's what they want me to do. I should expand this up to the third power, and this is the answer. This is the answer. Thank you. So welcome back. We also go to the test question, to set questions now. The first one, this came out in 2019, question number 1. Question number 1A actually, this is the set question. Please pay attention to how you solve questions like this. If you understand this one, you will be able to solve all, even though if they bring set question, you will be able to solve it. Please pay attention to it. Now, in a class of 100 students, 35 offer history, 43 offer geography, and 50 offer economics. 14 students offer history and economics. So the number of students that offer none of the subjects is 4 times the number of those that offer 3 subjects. Now, these are now the question: how many students offer 3 subjects? How many students offer none? Then you will see the rest. Now, look at what you are going to do. Whenever you see this type of question, think of Venn diagram. You need Venn diagram to answer this question, and it will really help you a lot. Now, look at what I'm going to do. Look at what I've done now. Let you denote the universal set. Let n of h denote the number of students that offer history. Let n of the number of students that offer geography. All these are necessary because the examiner might want to mark you down if you don't define your parameters. They may just say what does n of h means as if they don't know. It's only a fair lecturer that will just or examiner that will just understand what you are saying and will say, okay, they understand, but then they want you to write, so you need to write it out first. Get my point? So we draw a Venn diagram to illustrate this information. So we have this. Now, let me tell you, since I know we are talking about 3 subjects: history, geography, economics. So I have 3 circles. Don't mind my circle. I have 3 circles, as you can see. Now, the first circle is for history, the second one is for geography, the third one is for economics. Now, history, I'm told from the question that number of history is 35, number of geography is 3, number of economics is 50. Now, you must start filling the Venn diagram from the middle. You must start filling from the middle. So, that is number of all the 3. So, I'm told how many students offer 3 subjects. They are not giving this one. So I said let number of the intersection of all the 3 be x. You have to start from here. Now come history and say 14 students offer history and economics. This is history and economics. They say 14. You will write 14. Subtract this middle minus x. That's how you are going to fill it. Now the number of students. So the question was not completed before. So it is 14 students offer history and geography. So this is history and geography 14. So as I said earlier, you fill the middle first. So I have 14 minus x. So the next one here, I'm going to get 13 students offer geography and economics. So 13 students offer geography and economics. This is geography and this is economics. 13, you will be subtracting what is at the middle from it. 13 minus x. Then lastly, 11 students offer history and economics. History and economics, 11 of them. So I have 11 minus x. So now look at what we have now. I need to find this place, and this place. So in this first circle, everything that must be here must be equal to 35. So for this one, for n of h, that means to get this place, maybe I should call it a. To get this place, a will be equal to, you will do 35 minus, you subtract every other thing here. I have 11 minus x plus 14 minus x. So a will be 35 minus s plus s is 0, 11 plus 14 is 25, then minus is plus s. Don't forget, you open this bracket with the minus, so a will be equal to 10 plus x or s plus 10. So that this one will be 10 plus x. You need to do this now. Pay attention to what I have done. For this circle, for this first circle, everything that must be here must be 35. So if you add everything here now, see minus s plus s 0, s minus s 0. If you do 10 plus 11 plus 14, you will get 35. That's what I'm trying to say. So everything, so in this case now, maybe I should call this one so that you can see everything inside this one must be 43. So if I call this B, that means if I want to get this B, look at what will happen for n of G. If I want to get the B, B will have to be what? I will have to put 43 minus everything here. I have 14 minus x plus 13 minus x. That's what I'm going to have. So B equal 43 minus 4. This is 43 minus 14 plus 13 will give me 27. Minus plus is out. Then I have minus x. So B equal 43 minus 27 plus x. 43 minus 27. 43 minus 27 is will be equal to 16 plus x. So this one will be 16 plus x. And lastly, n of e. If I call this one c, this one will be equal to c will be equal to 50. Same thing. What I've been doing that I'm still doing 50 minus all these ones. 11 minus x plus 13 minus x. So c will be equal to 50 minus 11 plus 13 will give me 24. I have 24 minus x. So c will be equal to 50 minus 24 plus x. So c will be 60 minus 24 will give me 26 plus x. So this one will be 26 plus x. Right, so that's what I will have, 26 plus x. So now, don't forget, so I've done all this one. Don't forget I've not done with the question yet. Then I say the number of students that offer none of the subjects, you know, that is x. That offer none of the subjects, that is the number of students that will be outside here. That offer none of the subjects is 4 times the number of students that offer 3 subjects. Those that offer 3 subjects is x. So the number of students that offer none of the subjects, they say it's 4 times those that offer this one here. So that's what I'm going to have. So I'll add everything here. I'll add everything inside here. It must be equal to 100 because it must be equal to the universal everything here. So that means I will have for the universal set. This one I will add everything. That is how I will have 10 plus x plus 14 minus x plus 11 minus x plus 16 minus s plus 13 minus x plus 26 plus x. Then don't forget this 4x outside, it's also there, plus 4x. If we add everything together, it must be equal to the universal set 100. So this must be equal to 100. So if we add everything, you use your calculator, 10 plus 14 plus 11 plus 16 plus 13 plus 26. Everything will give me 90 without wasting time. Then if I add all this up, plus minus, plus s minus s 0, plus s minus s 0, minus, that is minus 2s plus s, that is x as well, plus 4s. Actually, I should get 5x. That's what I'm going to have. I will get 5x. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4x here and then minus 3x. That's x plus 4x. It should give me 5x. This is 1, 2. So this 11 minus x, 16 plus x. So I should have 5x here equal 100. This is 16 plus x here. This is 16 plus x. So 5x is equal to 100 minus 90 is 10. So s is 2. That's how you get your first answer. S will be equal to 2. So I'm going to redraw the Venn diagram. So once you have gotten s to 2, you are 2. I'm going to redraw the Venn diagram now. Look at what I'm going to have. Look at what I'm going to have when I'm drawing the Venn diagram. Oh, I rub up this, so I'm not supposed to rub up the previous one so that you can see what I have done. But then so this is 35, this is 50, this is no, this is 43, and this is 50. So now in your own case, you will need to back forward the video to see the former Venn diagram before. Don't forget what is at the middle is x, and we've gotten x to be 2, so this one will be 2. So what is here is 14 minus x. What is here is 14 minus x? 14, that's 14 minus 2. 14 minus 2 will give me 12. What is here is 11 minus x. 11 minus 2 will give me 9. Then what is here is 13 minus x. 13 minus 2 will give me 11. So x plus 10. What is here is x plus 10. 10 plus 2, 12. This is x plus 26. This one will be 28. Just substitute x to be 2. So now this one will be 18. Then don't forget the 4x outside. 4 times 2, 8. That's what you are going to have. So now you are through. So now the first question they are asking for, they say how many students offer 3 subjects. So 3 subjects. 3 subjects. That is the middle. The answer is 2. The second one, second question, they say how many students offer none of the subjects? This is 1. So none of the subjects. None. The answer is 8. The third one, how many students offer only one of the subjects? Only one means that this one, well, this one study only history, this one study only geography, this one study only economics. So only one means that we add 12 plus 18 plus 28. 12 plus 18, 12 plus 18 will give me 30. 30 plus this one will give me what? 58. So then the last question they are asking here from you is how many students offer history and geography only? History and geography only. That means remove economics. This is history and geography only. So history and geography only. Is 12. So let me write down the next question. Continue please. This is one big question. Let's say consider the Venn diagram. This you can see that. Then now say find the following set: A intersection B complement. The first thing you need to notice when you say A intersection B complement, it's still the same thing as A minus B. And what's A minus B? This what's in A that is not in B. That's what they want you to write. A intersection B complement means what is in A that is not in B. You know this is A. A has A, J, C, F, D. Remove the whole of B. Remove the whole of B. So if you remove B, you will be left with A, C, J. So that's why A intersection B complement is A, C, J. Now the second one, you have A complement union B. A complement union B means that A complement means what is not in A at all. Like A complement means remove A completely. So if you remove A, you remove all these ones, you'll be left with all these. So union, you'll be left with all these ones. So this one will be equal to B, C, H, I, G, K. That's what we are going to be having. So the third one, C. For the interruption, let's continue. So I have 2 root x plus I minus square root of 2x plus 8 equal to. Bring this one to the other side. I have 2 root x plus 5 equal 2 plus root 2 plus 8. Square both sides. You square both sides first. So you have 2 root x plus 5 all square equal 2 plus root 2x plus 8 all square. So when you square this one, you will be left with 4x because everything outside the bracket is for everything inside the bracket. This one will be 4. Square root, we cancel square root, you will be left with x plus 5 is equal to, open the bracket here, Don't forget, this is how you have to open it to, and you have a plus b all squared. Don't forget to be a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So do you understand what I'm saying? So this is like a plus b. So you have a squared, 2 squared, 4. I'm going to expand it without wasting time, plus 4 root 2x plus 8 plus 2x plus 8. Because square root of 2x plus 8 all square will cancel. So you'll be left with this. Now, I have 4, open the bracket here, 4x plus 20 equal 4 plus 4 root 2x plus 8 plus 2x plus 8. That's what you have. Bring all these ones, let only 4 roots 2x plus 8 be on one side. Bring all the other one to the other side. You have 4x plus 20. Bring this one here, minus 4 minus 2x minus 8 equal 4 root 2x plus 8. So now 4 minus 2 is 2, that is 2x. 20 minus 4 is 16. 16 minus 8 is 8. So now it's equal to 4 root 2x plus 8. Square both sides again, you have 2x plus 8 all square equal 4 root 2x plus 8 all square. That's what you are going to have. So now, what do we get from there? What do we get from here? We get, well, expand this one again, you have 4x squared. 4x squared plus 32x plus 64 is equal to, this one will give me 16, 2x plus 8. Just the way I expanded this now. 4 is common throughout. Divide 2 by 4, this one will give me x squared plus 8x plus 16 equal, this one will give me 4, 2x plus 8. I'll just only divide only what is here. Or you open the bracket first before dividing through by 4. So you have x squared plus 8x plus 16 equal 8x plus 32. 8x cancel 8x, you'll be left with x squared is equal to 32 minus 16. That's what you'll be left with. Now this is x squared equals 16. Take the square root of both sides. X equal plus or minus 4. That is what you are going to get. Now for the third one, C. Find the solution of the trigonometry. I have 3 sine 2x equals 7 minus 8 cos square x. At the interval 0 from between 0 and then 360. Now look at what we have here. You have to use one trig identity. Recall that the first thing you need to know is cos 2s is equal to 2 cos square x minus 1. This is one of the trig identities. Please, you need to, this is what we are going to use to solve this question. You need to take note of this. Make 2 cos square x the subject. Bring this one to this place. You will be left with 2 cos square x equal cos 2x plus 1. You know, when you have minus 1, when it comes here, it becomes plus 1. Then I have 8 cos square x here. Multiply 2 by 4. If you multiply this by 4, this one times 4 will give me 8. 8 cos square x will be equal to, this one will be 4 cos 2x plus 4. So substitute this into this so that you have, so when you substitute, you are going to have 3 sine 2s is equal to 7 minus, you know, this is 8 cos square x. 8 cos square x is equal to 4 cos 2x plus 4. So open the bracket, you have 3 sine 2x is equal to 7 minus 4 cos 2x minus 4. 7 minus 4 will give me 3. 7 minus 4 will give me 3. So I have 3 minus 4 cos 2x. So at this junction, you square both sides. Take the square of both sides. So you have 3 sine 2s all square equal 3 minus 4 cos 2s all square. So this one will become 9 sine square s. Expand this normal expansion a minus b. You have 9 minus 24 cos 2s plus 16 cos square 2s. That's what you are going to have. So look at what will happen from there. Look at what will happen from there. I have 9 sine square 2s is equal to, now, so that's what you have, 9 minus, let me just write the equation, 24 cos 2x plus 6 cos square 2x. So another identity you need to note that I'm going to use here is that, recall that sine square theta equal 1 minus cos square theta. So here my theta is 2s. Sine square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta. So my theta is 2s. So that's why I think sine square 2s equal 1 minus cos square 2s. So put it there. I have 9 1 minus cos square 2s is equal to 9 minus 24 cos 2s plus 6 cos square 2s. That's what we are going to have. Open the bracket, you have 9 minus 9 cos square 2x equal 9 minus 24 cos 2s plus 6 cos square. This is 16 plus 16 cos square 2x. Now, if you collect like and bring this one here, bring this one here, you know, I have 16 cos square 2s here. Bring this one here, plus 9. 16 plus 9 will give me 25. So this is 25 cos square 2s, right? Then this one is C here, minus 24 cos 2s. 9 minus 9 will give me 0. So this is what you have, minus 0. Cos 2s is common. You will be left with 25 cos 2s minus 24 equals 0. So either cos 2s equals 0 or this one equals 0. So either cos 2s is equal to 0 or 25 cos 2s minus 24 equal to 0. It is one of the two. So now 2s equal half cos of 0. Half cos of 0 is 90. You know, don't forget, let me show you. If you press your calculator, half cos of 0 will give you 90. You have 90 degrees. And don't forget quadrants. That's what I wanted to show you. You know, this is first quadrant, second one, third one, fourth one. And in this case, all signs are positive. Only sign is positive at the second quadrant. Only tan is positive at the third quadrant. Only cos is positive at the fourth quadrant. So for you to have 0, you have 90. Another one you will need to know is 360 minus 90 is 270. Cos 90 and cos 270 degrees will give me 0. If you press cos 90, you get 0. If you press cos 270, you get 0. How do I know? If you press your calculator will give you 90. Then add 180 to it, or subtract 360 minus 90 will give me 270. While I subtract 360, don't forget, 0 is a positive number, and then the fourth quadrant, this is what works here, 360 minus theta. At the second one, this is what works at the second quadrant, 180 plus theta. This is what works here. At the third quadrant, 180 plus theta. So I'm talking about first quadrant, just need the answer like that. That's 90. So this is 360 minus 90. 360. So I was explaining something. 360 minus 90 will give me 270. So divide by 2. This one will give me 45. This one will give me 135. That is for this case. Now, you press your calculator again and do half cos of 24/25. That means 2x will be half cos. You press shift and cos, half cos of 24/25. So half cos of 24/25, that will give me 16.26. 16.26, right? Don't forget it's positive. So you will do 360 minus 16.26. 360 minus 16.26. Don't forget, I told you in the first quadrant everything is positive. Only sign is positive at the second quadrant. Cos is not positive there, but we have a positive answer, 24/25. So I won't use it. Fourth quadrant, cos is positive, so I will use 360 minus theta, and theta is 16.26. So 360 minus 16.26, I will get 343.74. 343.74. So I will divide by 2. Again, divide 2 by 2, x will be equal to 8.13 or 171.87. That's what you are going to have. So that the answer for this question is 45 degrees, 135 degrees, 8.13 degrees, and 171.87 degrees. And that's all. So this is the next set of questions. This is binary operation. It came out in 2019 question 2B. This is 2018 question 2A and 2B. Now, let's see how we are going to solve this. Don't forget, anyone that needs calculator, I'm going to show you in another video how to use calculator to solve them. And remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Now, we have A operation B. They say let's have the set of real number. If binary operation star is defined by this A operation B equal A plus 1, B plus 1, where A and B belong to R or are the set of real numbers. Solve the equation 2 plus 4n operation 4 minus n equal 5n operation n. What does that mean? It means that, see what they want us to solve, refer to 2 plus 4n operation 4 minus n. 4 minus n. Now it means A is 2 plus 4n. Anyway you see A, put 2 plus 4n, and B is 1 minus n. So this one will be 2 plus 4n plus 1, then B is 4 minus n plus 1. So this one means 2 plus 1 will give me 3. That is 3 plus 4n. Then open bracket, 4 plus 1 will give me 5. 5 minus n. That is what I'm going to have. Now look at what will happen. That is for the left hand side. Let's look at the right hand side. What is 5n? Operation n. It means anywhere you see A, put 5n, then B, n. So this one will be equal to 5n plus 1, then n plus 1. So we equate the two together. So it means that since they told me this one is equal to this, the answer for this one is this. That is 3 plus 4n, 5 minus n is equal to 5n operation n is 5n plus 1 n plus 1. That's what we are going to have. So open the bracket, expand. This is 15 minus 3n plus 20n minus 4n squared. Expand this one as well. 5n squared plus 5n plus n plus 1. So this one will actually become 15 plus 17n minus 4n squared. This is 5n squared plus 6n plus 1. Bring everything to the other side. So nothing will be left there. You will left 0. 5n squared plus 4n squared. That's what you have. You have 6n minus 17n plus 1. Then bring this one here as well. Minus 15. So I will rewrite very well. This is 9 n raised to the power 2. 6 minus 17. That is minus 11n. Then minus 14 equal to 0. So I told you before, I'm going to show you how to solve quadratic equation using calculator. I'll still show you, or what's it called? I'll still show you, or you solve the normal quadratic equation. You can factorize this or use formula method. If you don't know how to solve, just say solving the quadratic equation be obtained. You just write the answer. But then let me just factorize it without wasting time. This is 9 and 7. Then I think I have n minus 2 equals 0. So to solve this one will become n equal minus 7 over 9 and 2. That is the two answer you have. So that is the two answer you have for this case. You know, they say to solve this equation. So n is minus 7 over 9 or 2. Now let's go to 2018 question. Question 2a. You have to decompose that into partial fraction. I'm going to show you something here. X plus 2, x plus 1 all squared. So look at the denominator. This one will be a over x plus 2. That's what you are going to write. You know, this one is having square. Look at what you are going to write. Plus b over x plus 1. Do you get that? Then again, another one plus c over x plus 1 square. That is what they ask you to do when they say decompose into partial fraction. This is how you are for this type of question. If you see this type of question, you must not miss it. Whenever it has power, you will continue to write like this until you get the answer. Do you understand my point? So you will clear fraction. When you clear fraction, you are going to have x minus 1 equal. Then this one will become a x plus 1 all squared plus b. This one will be x plus 1, x plus 2, then plus c, x plus 2. That's what you are going to obtain. That's what you are going to have. Look, when you clear fraction, you please multiply 3 by x plus 2 and x plus 1 all squared. The denominator will leave there, it will remain x plus 1. If you multiply this one by x plus 2, x plus 1, you left with x plus 1 all squared. This one to you know, there is only one here. So this one will be x plus 1, x plus 2, then plus c. That's what you are going to have. Now, to get a, look at it, to get a, you just need to get a, b, and c. I told you earlier. To get a, b and c must be 0. So what is common with b and c? What is common in b and c is these two, x plus 2, x plus 2. So you say, now you know that we have look at what I'm going to do. Put that x plus 2 that is common. This is what we call cover up method in partial fraction. X plus 2, put it to be equal to 0. So x will be equal to minus 2. That's what you are going to have. So anywhere you see x, put minus 2 in this equation. So this one will become minus 2 minus 1. This is a minus 2 plus 1 all squared. Minus 2 plus 2 will give me 0. So this one is 0. Minus 2 plus 2 will give me 0. This one is 0. So it's out. So this is minus 3. Minus 2 plus 1 will give me minus 1. Minus 1 square will give me 1. 8 times 1 will give me 8. So that means a is 3. That's the first thing you need to know. A is 3. You've gotten a. It's remaining to get b and c. Now, I cannot get b if you using this cover up method because nothing is common between a and c. Nothing is common. So, but let me see. If I want to get c now, what is common between a and b? F plus 1 is common between a and b. So, I will also say now put x plus 1. What is common is what you will be putting to 0. Put x plus 1 to be equal to 0. So that means x is equal to minus 1. So that means x will be equal to minus. Anyway, it's here, put minus 1. So it will become again. This one will become minus 1 minus 1 is equal to, you have a here. A minus 1 plus 1 will give me 0. Anything times 0 is 0. Minus 1 plus 1 will give me 0. Anything times 0 is 0. So it will be left with c. Minus 1 plus 2, 1. C times 1 is c. Do you understand? Minus 1 minus 1 will give me minus 2 is equal to c. So that means, you know, I've gotten a to be minus 3, I've gotten c to be minus 2. Now, look at what I'm going to do for b to get, look at what, there's no way else than to open the bracket. Open the bracket to get b. You know, this is x minus 1. Now, from x minus 1 is equal to a x plus 1 square plus b x plus 1 x plus 2 plus c x plus 2. Now you have this right, open the bracket, expand. This is x minus 1 equal a. When you expand this, you have x squared plus 2x plus 1. That's what you are going to have. Plus b x squared plus 3x plus 2 is equal plus cx plus 2. Now expand it to this. Now the coefficient, now using equating the coefficient, or let me just write equating the coefficient. The coefficient of for x squared now, let me write this up. Now, for x squared now, the coefficient of x squared here is 0. The coefficient of x squared here, see, you have a, this ax squared, we'll put this bracket to this a here. Don't forget it's another law plus b, it does not have c. So a plus b on 0. So that means, don't forget it's b I want to get. So that means b is equal to minus a. And what is a? A is minus 3, so I have minus 3, and that will be 3. So that I'm done. So that means a, therefore a is equal to minus 3, b is 3, and c is equal to what? Minus 2. So that means what they asked me to decompose my answer, the answer to my question will now be, I have x minus 1 over s plus 2. S plus 1 all squared. So this is minus 3 all over x plus 2 plus b is 3 all over x plus 1 minus 2 over x plus 1 all squared. And that's all. Now to round off this question. Find the equation of tangent and normal to the hyperbola 9x squared minus 4y squared 436 at the point minus 2, 0. What is the radius of the circle x squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 6y minus 12 equals 0? Now, this is from 2018 question 2. This is a question from 2018, and that's question 2. Now, what will happen is that you have to know the formula. You get my point? So that you don't drop points. Do you get? So that's why I have written equation of tangent to the hyperbola. This is it. You have to know it. For you to be able to answer this question, you have to know this equation and this equation as well. Do you understand my point? Now, equation of tangent is xs1 over a squared minus yy1 over b squared equal 1. Do you understand? Now, you will still know what s1 and y1. You will see how I'm going to apply it in this question. Do you understand? Especially if you don't know how to solve this before. Now, equation of normal to hyperbola is also minus y1 over b squared x minus x1 equal x1 over a squared y minus y1. Do you understand? So you will see how to use it. Please, you have to know this equation. Please try as much as possible to know it. Now, the general equation of an hyperbola is x squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared equal 1. Now, this is for hyperbola. Let me digress to something. Now, when you have a circle, equation of a circle is x minus a all squared plus y minus b all squared equal r squared. This is for a circle. You have to know it. Please, please memorize it. Please memorize it. You have to know it. Do you understand? In case it normally has this type of, especially for circle in objective, very well. So you have to know it, please. Now, for parabola, you have a y squared equal 4ps. Some people use a, whichever one you want to use is fine. Y squared equal 4ps or 4as, anyone. This is for parabola, yes. Now, for ellipse, I can't spell ellipse, so maybe I should go and find where I will find ellipse. I can't spell ellipse. Can you imagine? That's serious. So, well, spell it by yourself. Ellipse. So, ellipse look like an hyperbola. The only difference is that in ellipse you have plus. You have x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared equal 1. That's for ellipse. Do you understand? Then this is for hyperbola, minus is for hyperbola. Do you understand? Now, given this equation now, this is the equation of the hyperbola we are given. 9x squared minus 4y squared equals 36. Now, I have to write it in this form. Do you understand my point? This, that is, the right hand side has to be 1. So divide through by what? 36. So this one will now be 9x squared minus 36 minus 4y squared over 36 equal 36 divided by 36 will give me 1. Do you understand? So what will happen from there? 9 divided by 36 will give me 4. I have x squared over 4 minus y squared over 9 is equal to 1. So that is a squared. It means that a squared is 4. Don't forget x squared over a squared. That means the a squared is 4. Then second one, b squared is 9. B squared is 9. If you want to find a will be 2, b will be 3. But leave it like that. A squared is 4, b squared is 9. So equation of tangent. No, don't forget the point you are given at the point what? This one. So at the point minus 2, 0. So this first one is x, this second one is y. So this is your s1, this is your y1. So you will now put it. Equation of tangent will be equal to ss1. S1 is what? Minus 2. So I have minus 2x. Minus 2x over a square. A square is what? 4. Minus y1. Y is 0. 0 times y is 0. All over b square. B square is 9. Do you understand? It's equal to 1. 0 divided by anything is 0. So I'll be actually left with minus x over 2. Right? This is 0 equal what? 1. Cross multiply or multiply through by minus 2. If you cross multiply, you will be left with minus s equal 2. Swap it to the other side, you have s plus 2 equals 0. You can leave it like this is the equation of tangent, or you leave it like this, s equal minus 2. Whichever one you like, whichever one you leave it as is very correct. Do you understand? So now, let's go to equation of normal. Equation of normal. So don't forget equation of tangent, ss1 over a squared minus yy1 over b squared equal 1. Do you get that? Now, equation of normal. So the formula again, equation of normal is minus y1 over what? B squared s minus s1 equal s1 over a squared y minus y1. Do you understand? So that is what we have. So we have found all these ones already. y1 is 0, so this is minus 0. Minus 0 is 0. All over b squared is 9. I don't need s minus that, s plus 2. Are you getting what I'm doing? So y1 is 0, b squared is 9, x minus s1 is minus 2. So minus times minus gives plus. That's why I have s plus 2 is equal to s1. S1 is minus 2 over a squared. That is 4. Then I have y minus y1. Y1 is what? 0. So what do I have at the end of the day? Is 0 multiplied by anything is 0. So I have 0 equal minus 1 over 2. Y minus 0 is y. So cross multiply this is 0 equal minus y. Or you say y equals 0. Whichever one. This is the equation of the normal as given by the question. So this is the equation of the normal to the what? Hyperbola. Do you understand? So now to see, to solve 2c, what is the radius of the circle? Now, I have given you before what an equation of the circle is. So now, I've given you what how an equation of the circle look like for you, to you, right? Now, see what will happen. Now, what is the equation of the circle? The equation of the circle is given as s minus a squared plus y minus b squared equal r squared. So I'm going to write this equation and I'm going to show you how you are going to do it in this form. In fact, they can even ask you, they can ask an objective, they can ask this question in theory. Do you understand? Now, this is how you are going to do it. Now, radius, so get radius, don't forget, if you can write this equation in this form, what is at the right hand side is r squared. So square root of what is at the right hand side will then be the radius. Do you understand? So what will happen now is that they can say you should find center. Center will just be what is here. S minus what is here, y minus what is here. Actually, center is, if you can write it this way, then center is A comma B, right? Then of course you can get radius from here. So now let me start. Look at what we are going to do. Bring this one as S squared plus y squared. So this one have S squared, this one have minus 4x. Bring them together. S squared minus 4s, right? Now this one has y, this one has y. Bring it together. Y squared minus 6y. It remains just minus 12. Bring it to the other side. You see that I'm trying to form that thing small. Now I will now do something. Let me show you what will happen here. Take the coefficient of x. Take the coefficient of x. The coefficient of s here is minus 4. Minus 4, right? Divide it by 2. Do you see that? The coefficient of x, take it, minus 4. Divide it by 2, then square it. This is what I'm talking about. Number 1, take the coefficient of x, divide it by 2, then square it. This one will give me minus 2 squared. Leave it first. I'm still coming back to it. Now, take the coefficient, don't take y squared, coefficient of y. This one is minus 6. Coefficient of y. The same thing. What am I going to do? Divide by 2. Then square it. This one will now become minus 3 squared. So what am I going to do now? I will add minus 2 squared to this. Look at what I'm trying to say. S squared minus 4s. Now minus 2s, like I will add it plus minus 2 all squared. This one. Minus 2 all squared. Leave it for now. You will see what I'm doing. You know, I've added something here, but I'm coming plus y squared, right, minus 6y. I got minus 3x plus minus 3 all squared. Now it's equal to 12. Don't forget, this is an equation. What you do to the left hand side, you will do to the right hand side. Do you understand? So now what am I trying to say? I have added minus 2 all squared and minus 3 all squared at the left hand side. I have to do that at the right hand side as well. So this one will now be plus minus 2 all squared plus minus 3 all squared, right? So now look at what will now happen here. Let me tell you, before God and man, by the special grace of Almighty God, I know that this thing here will factor into s minus 2 all squared. If you don't believe God, open this bracket, you will get exactly this. Yes. Now, let me show you one thing. You don't need to stress yourself trying to factorize this. See, this is s squared. Take the s. Then the last thing here inside there is minus 2. Take the one that has square. See, this one has square, this one has square. Remove the square. This is x. Minus 2. Then square it together. By the time you expand it, you will get exactly this. Now, plus the same thing happen here too. Before God and man, the same grace here. I will use it on this one as well. Take this y. Then this one has square, this one also has square. Remove the square, it remains minus 3. Minus 3 all square. Right? I factorize it. If you don't believe God, once again, expand this, you will get this. Now, it's equal to, this is 12 plus minus 2 all square is 4. Right? 4. Minus 3 all square is 9. Right? 9. So now, this one will now become s minus 2 square plus y minus 3 square is equal to 12 plus 4, 16. 16 plus 9, 25. So you can see that I have gotten to that place, to this point. In fact, they said, the question is, what is the radius? They asked me to find radius. So What is at the right hand side? Once you can write s minus a all square plus y minus b all square, you are done. So this is r square. So it means that this is r square equal 25. So take the square root of both sides. R will be equal to 5. So therefore the radius is 5. Assuming they now ask me to find the center and radius, suppose we are told to find center and radius, what will be the center? Center would have been like 2, s minus a. So the a is 2 here, s minus a, s minus 2. So center is 2, comma, y minus b, y minus 3. 2, 3. That is the center and radius. Do you understand my point? So that is all. That's all. So, but assuming you have s plus 2 all square, assuming it is plus, you now have a y plus 2 or y plus 3 all square equal maybe 16. And they say you should find center here. Center will be what? Center will be, this is plus. This one actually means s minus 2. Minus and minus plus. So that means the center is minus 2. The same thing happening here as well. Minus 3. So thank you very much. It doesn't bite. That button does not bite. The alpha and click am is free. Thank you very much. If you downloaded this video and you have not subscribed, please go back online, find me, type Presidomat on YouTube, and please subscribe to encourage me. Thank you very much.